옛날에 이것도 조그만 교회에 있었는데 재작년에 이걸 누가 사가지고서 이렇게 가정집으로 꾸몄더라고요. 이거 빨간색. 요즘 캐나다 그런 게 많아요.
예.
생긴 건 교회인데.
어?
생긴 건 교회인데.
네.
교회에 십자가까지 다 붙어있던 거 저게 뭐 사인본 붙여놓으니까 일주일 만에 팔리더라고. 십자가부터 붙이더라고.
골프차 잔뜩 쓰고 가요.
예.
양떼들, 닭떼들, 100개 다 있다 이 집에는. 다.
You've likely already noticed navigational markers and lighthouses. You'll see many more of these on our cruise today. They're throughout the region and are here to make navigating safer for the thousands of boats that travel in the area. From bare bones and functional to all the comforts of home. Some people put a fridge in their boathouse, because heaven forbid you have to walk all the way to your cottage for a beer. I've even seen boathouses with patios on the roof. The Howe Island ferry docks there. You might see it crossing to the landing on Howe Island, where there's a cottage with a green roof. The ferry has just... My earliest memories are catching frogs along the shore and watching tall, skating great blue herons fishing in the water. There's plenty of open space for fortunate people who live there year-round. My island on the starboard. Watch for the cottage on the port side. You can practically look in the windows.
그래도 여기 좀 위로 이렇게 돼 있어서
전기 있겠다 그러나
냉장고가 있나? 예쁘게 해놨네요. 안에.
gap between Indiana and Bostwick Islands is like a gateway into the heart of the Admiralty Group, the cluster of islands where my grandparents built our family cottage. Right now, we're sailing down Wanderer's Channel. I think it got that name because it meanders through the islands on either side. Once I helped Dad deliver a pipe organ to Half Moon Bay. It's a cove on the far side of Bostwick Island, which is on our starboard side. For over a century, islanders have been gathering at Half Moon Bay for non-denominational summer services and weddings. The congregation sits in their boats, so it's a floating service in a natural cathedral. After all, they belong to the world. Look for a stylish A-frame cottage on Stone's Throw Island. It's so close to the river you could open a window and jump right in. Just past Stone's Throw, there's a rock used whenever a tour boat passes. Another one of those traditions passed from generation to generation. La Vignette also has 2 flagpoles. One generally flies the red and white maple leaf flag of Canada, but the other flag changes constantly. If there's one up today, do you recognize it? The family has a huge collection, and they love so they bought Polaris Island and added landfill along the shore. Plenty of islanders reshaped their islands like that in the old days before we understood how this can damage the environment. Now that the Thousand Islands are a UNESCO site, it's illegal to make major alterations to the shoreline. With the yellow bills flying low over the water, those are double-crested cormorants. They're related to pelicans. Many islanders can't stand cormorants. Sometimes colonies of them take over islands.